Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, Disgaea 5, Class Mastery Guide. Yes, in 2025, I finally came back to this game because I wanted to beat Ball. And, you know, I've enjoyed this game in the past. I just haven't really figured out the systems. I made a lot of progress recently. I wanted to give it a shout out to the folks at GameFAQs. They really have some great information over there if you want to check it out on this game. So, but after reading through that, I finally came to an understanding of how class mastery works. And what I'm talking about is if you go to status, you go to class, this mastery of other classes. And why would you want to do that? So if you're looking to get into the post game, you know, a few notes. This is post game only. Post game is after you beat the main story, which is through the Dimension Guide, and then after beating the main story and completing some quests, then you're able to unlock the Carnage Dimension. And the Carnage Dimension is just like souped up versions of main story missions, and then they also drop other items called Carnage items, which I could show you here. So this magic hand, for instance, see that's like a different color than other fist items. Like these fist items are this color, and then if you look at the magic hand, it's like a reddish color. That's a Carnage item. Now, once you unlock these Carnage items, then you're able to work on your class mastery more efficiently. Like you could always kind of do it and get these kind of results where you get a few stars. Like, jeez, why is it moving like that? You get a few stars, but you don't fully master the class. But if you get a few stars, that'll give you a few percentage in aptitude or growth anyway. So then you'll see a difference in your stat growths, right? But to really see mastery on your classes, it takes a little bit of effort, not too much effort. So I finally figured it out. I just want to share it with you. I just wanted to preface all that. So to make this work, right? Like I said, you need access to the Carnage Dimension. And then you need to get an item from the Carnage Dimension. We'll get into that in a second. But besides that, you need a few things to progress through this way. And what you need are, obviously you have the characters you want to build. I honestly probably build too many characters. So don't look at me, for that kind of advice. I'm probably playing this game wrong by building too many characters. You should just stick to like 1 or 2 characters at a time, really, to build. I mean, they have Elite 4 group, so maybe you could build 4 at a time. Anyway, that's kind of off topic. But what you need for this are a thief, because you could find chests that help you advance through this progression method. You need a wrestler. I'm using a Master Kunoichi. You see she has 9 movement. Where does it show that better? No, it doesn't even show it here. So at the bottom of SP it shows the boot, and that's 9. So you really need a character with high movement. High jump, I guess, would help. I mean, I guess you could go with the flying unit, but then you can't really throw them with the wrestler. So I guess sorry. So I guess you could have a flying unit and a high movement unit, high mobility unit, but that's up to you. So far, the wrestler and the high mobility unit together is a good combination for me. But yeah, these 3 are essential. And then you need some kind of fist user. I mean, Kilia is a good way to start with it. Maybe you need 2 in case one of them gets eliminated because you're going to be in high level areas. But yeah, you need a fist user, a thief, a wrestler, and a high mobility unit. And then you need the Carnage item, and then you're ready to progress. You also need access to the cheat shop. You need to bump up your experience. I mean, you could put this at 1,000. I just kind of like to see everything grow at once. So you can just take these numbers out of here and just put it all into EXP for faster results. And then put it to 20 stars for enemy strength. And then there's still one more thing you could do to make this more efficient. So you can unlock the Sage, which is also through quests. And then she has an ability called Geoblast, which can be taught to other characters through Character World. So if you take your Sage character through Character World, which is here, and it doesn't matter which one you do, because the end screen is the same. So it doesn't matter if you do Demon, Demon Lord. The only reason why you would want to do higher levels is to make your character stronger. So you could just do Demon and then get to the end and then get a scroll. You know, choose the skill scroll option, and then you'll get one of these, and you just teach it to what other character you're trying to level up. Okay, so that's all the setup, right? So how do you get your first Carnage item? I mean, you just kind of get lucky in the Carnage dimension, but yeah, let's go through the first level, and I could probably show it to you here. See if it's true. So if you check the bonus list, so this ABC Gum would do, this Metal of Unworth would do. Now, how do you get that when you can't really combo up to 9 against these enemies? So you have these items here, these filler items. So you could use a few of these filler items to, you know, get the items on the bonus list. If you can't really combo, because if the enemies are too strong or whatever, right? You can't really complete the mission that way. I mean, this is the easiest mission to complete, because you just kind of throw them at each other, so your level doesn't even matter for this. If like you're too weak to defeat these enemies, and this is 20 stars. You could put this down. You don't need it at 20 stars to get the Carnage drop. But yeah, that's a way to get the items. Let's just quit out of here. See, so if actually, let's put it down, just for the sake of the example. This brings all the way down. Okay, so say you just unlocked Carnage Dimension normally, and you want to see how you could get a Carnage item. This is probably not the most efficient way. So yeah, you would need to defeat an enemy at level 221 with these kind of stats, which I don't think is impossible once you unlock Carnage Dimension. Like these stats aren't too crazy. Even if you weren't like min-maxing that much, you could overcome a boss like this. And then like these chests. So here, let me show you how the thief works. So you get your wrestler out, or you know, however you can get to the chest, right? And then throw them. And then the thief has an item, an ability called Thief's Key, and this in conjunction with Lucky Finger increases the item rank by 1 when defeating treasure chests. So yeah, you need this as well. I should have included that as part of the setup. You need this because then once we get into item world, which you'll see, this is how you get the higher level items. So let's open this up. So we got Nail Bat. So that is a Carnage level item right there. And you don't even need to finish this. You could is that true? Let's see. I got a Nail Bat, right? let's check my inventory. Let's check my bats. Let's see, do it. So I have a labrus. Oh, I have 2 nail bats. Okay, so you see that, right? There's 2 nail bats here. Let's see if I give up. Oh, but it says lose progress. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you do need to complete the level, unfortunately. Okay, so there you go. You need to. So even if you steal an item, you do need to complete the level. Oh, okay. So Gen Z exits. So that was the other thing I didn't cover. So because we'll be going to Item World, you do need. Well, yeah, these filler items, like I mentioned, right? And also you need Gen Z exits. Because this is a way to retain progress in Item World. Like you saw how we left the regular map and we weren't able to keep the Carnage item. Well, if you use a Mr. Gen Z exit in Item World, you're able to keep the items that you take, and the level progression, even without killing the enemies. So this is something to keep in mind. You need this, and the best way to get those is through the Alchemy Squad. Is you can just synthesize it. See, Mr. Gen Z exit. So yeah, that is actually one of the things you need. So once you get your Carnage item, you go to the Item World. Oh wait, let's go backwards for a second. You gotta put this up to 20. Then you go to Item World. And I've been doing this progression system a while. So the idea is, I mean, I'll show it to you in the game. But the idea is the theory, right? The theory is you have your starter item that you jump into, and then what you do is either through the bonus list or through chests, bonus list rewards, or through chests, you find a better item. And what is a better item? So there's no easy way to show this through the game, because for some reason they've hidden this information that there's different levels to these equipment. So is there an easy way to show it through the shop? So just to explain what I'm saying, so like in terms of fists, right? So Thimble is level 1, or Blue Glove is level 2, and so on and so forth. It actually follows this exact naming convention, if I'm not wrong. So that, like I said, in GameFAQs, there's a written list of this, but if you don't have access to GameFAQs for whatever reason, this is the exact list of progression. So you see how the price goes up? So this is, and there's 34 of these items. So I guess I'm missing a few because there's supposed to be 41 levels to this. So this is the level of the items, right? So this is level 1, and this is level 34. It's supposed to go down to 41. Anyway, so what you do is, say you start with a Thimble in Carnage Dimension version of it. Then you go into the Item World, and then you find a Rubber Gloves, or something higher than that. It could be from any class, right? It could be from any class. And then you pick up that item, you Gen Z exit, and you go to the next one. And you go to the next one. And the reason why you're doing that is because the higher level items give you the most class XP when you're fighting enemies or using the method I'm about to show you. So let's just jump into one of these items. So yeah, as you can see, these enemies are massive here. This enemy has 7 million attack. Like when you're first starting out, even in the Carnage Dimension, you're not gonna be able to take out these enemies, right? So that's why you have your fist enemy, fist character. So you just bring him over here. So even if you miss, you could even Like the accuracy is 30%, but it doesn't even matter because it's gonna work anyway. I don't know why it's that way, but they still got moved out of the way. So, oh, just take a look at this. So for example, if I was doing this progression run, I would check, oh, is this scepter or hammer any better than what I have right now? Like the item that this Medal of Purity, is it better than that? If it is, like, is it a higher level? If it is, then I pick that up through, like I said, because you can't really kill the enemies. You gotta use these filler items to fill up your bonus list bar, and then you could either Gensi out, or the reason why you brought your movement character, you just move to the exit. And then that's another way to do it. So you don't actually have to take out the enemies, right? And then, okay, so this is good. So the whole reason why you're doing this is because, oh, and there's a chest here too, so I can show you that as well. So let's open up the chest. Just in case I need him to throw. Where's okay. So this is a guaranteed higher level item as far as I understand. Okay, maybe not. That was just money. So I guess it's not guaranteed. I guess you could get money instead. So so the whole reason why we're doing this is these geo blocks. So these geo blocks can be thrown or destroyed by, so let me bring out that character. The Sage, right? So the Sage has Geoblast. And this is one-hit destruction on these Geo icons, regardless of your level. Like, it doesn't matter what level I am, even if this thing is 9999 and I'm 2526, it doesn't matter. My stats don't matter. I'm gonna destroy this in one Geoblast. And you can see the class progression, and of course, you know, if you want to, you know, double or triple up on the XP gains, of course, you know, use magic change, right? That's a good way to level up other characters. And then you just pop this with the Geoblast. So let's just hold on. Let's take a look. Oh, I didn't change her class. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're not gonna look at the progression of that character because that's not gonna show you anything. Does Killia have a class to learn? I am a genius here. I did not. Okay, so that's the next part of the setup. You gotta go to. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go backwards for a second. The other thing I didn't talk about is you gotta set their subclasses. You have to set this up. So you come in here, you set a new subclass, Professor. And you go to the next guy, whatever it is, right? So yeah, I'm, you know, leveling up a bunch of characters at once, which is not advisable, because you really should just focus on a few characters at a time. Otherwise, it just takes too long, right? This is being inefficient. If I'm being real about that. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I didn't set it up. Anyway, let's get back into here. So, Medal of Purity, right? I don't know if that's one of the higher level items. Okay, so this level doesn't do anything for us. So there is a little bit of RNG with this because you don't know for sure if you're gonna find the if you're gonna find the levels with the geo plates. So it's kind of a little RNG. So unfortunately, it's not a perfect method, like guaranteed, but you'll eventually get it. Okay, so I can show this off with the kitty, right? So the kitty is going to get some class EXP as well using this method. It's another way to progress. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 classes. So I mastered that class. And so what I figured is you need to get, so I showed you the list of weapons. You need to get down to the 31st level at the settings that I set up. The 31st level will get you enough EXP to progress. Killia is probably gonna die here, but what are you gonna do? You gotta make some sacrifices when you're in high level areas. Alright, so throw them in. As you can see, there's other items here. So just use the bonus list, right? That's the easiest way to get your item. There's no geoplates here again. Let's just give up here. Or no, you're supposed to Gen C out. So what you do is, if you want to retain your progression, you Gen C out. Oh. So I'm not seeing the geo plates, which is half the reason for doing this. What's going on here? So yeah, the Medal of Purity is the item you want to go into. Still no. Okay, so at this point you could just sometimes it's just the RNG, you know? There we go. Okay. So the whole point of doing this is just jump right into it. So there's two ways. You could either lift up the symbol and just throw it at an enemy. I didn't even know that was a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, for some reason we didn't master that. Okay, so there is something to keep in mind. Make sure you have this workshop intern ability included as well. So let's another good character is the maid, right? Because they could just give you another turn. And the other way to get this class mastery is to just Geoblast, right? So let's just do that. Alright. So it took two hits to fully master the Succubus class. So I don't know why. Anyway, there you go. That's how you achieve class mastery. And then, like I said, you need to either progress to the next level or Gen C exit out to retain that. Just Gen C exit to retain that progression. So let's do that. Okay. And as you can see, that class is mastered. So there you go. That's how you achieve class mastery. And like I said, why would you do this? To progress through the post game, right? And to get your stats. So as far as I understand, completing class mastery gives you 10 million in stats alone. Class mastery? No. Just all of this, like, character growth. So you see these aptitude numbers. I don't know what they max out at. Once you max them out through reincarnations, class mastery, and actually that's it. Those two methods, through reincarnation, leveling up to 999, and class mastery. I believe also, where's the squad? Elite 4 gives you another way to, this it says growth rate plus 10%. So this is another way to, I should just use these guys up. That's just another way to, you know, progress your aptitudes. In addition to character world, right? Because character world can also increase your aptitudes. Anyway, that's one way to get 10 million stats, right? There's other methods such as equipment. Equipment can give you 10 million stats. So I believe there's 4 ways to get 10 million stats. You know, I'm not an expert on this, but you know, as you see, like I'm only like halfway through the post game, and I'm just learning it. But it's, you know, your aptitudes, like those percentage numbers that you show over there, those aptitudes, your equipment, your abilities can give you another 10 million. So that's 30 million, and then the last 10 million is through these extract shards, just here, which is a way to permanently increase your stats. So you get these magic extracts, you use your maid to pump it into your characters, because you could pump it into 5 characters at a time, and then you get stat boost. And you know, you would want to use magic extracts of really strong prisoners, and the best way, yeah, I'm not getting all into it, but it's the Asage one in Carnage Dimension, right? Because then you get a whole bunch of enemies from there as prisoners, then you interrogate them, and then you turn into magic extracts. But anyway, that's getting off topic. I just wanted to show you class mastery. I hope this helped you guys out, because this took me a long time to figure out, because basically I was stuck on a level in Carnage Dimension, and I was like, how do I progress past these enemies? I guess I gotta master some more classes, and I wanted to know how I could 1 or 2 hit enemies so I could quickly master these classes, and that's how you do it. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys out, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.